It was a dark and calm night, actually, last night when I was getting ready for bed, and I thought, you know what? I want to see if there's anything good on the Creepypasta forum, wiki or whatever, and there wasn't. No. But I found this instead, and I think the four of us should read it. So, yeah, Bob here with me, Connor, Matt, Blake, the whole crew. And we're going to read the Unreleased Nickelodeon movie.
Oh man, well, just the way you said that is making me scared.
You know how if you watch Nickelodeon enough times, all of the Nicktoons seem to get darker and darker in a way?
No.
Period. Not a question.
No, I don't know how that is.
I don't. No, he's not asking you. He's telling you. You know.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I don't.
Well, this is a lot like that. A buddy of mine worked at the studio.
Which one?
Though I never really remembered what his exact position was.
Which studio? The
However,
studio?
I do remember that he worked at the studio for some time.
Which studio?
That's not redundant.
There's more than
It's
one.
the same.
The studio!
It's the same nebulous studio that 2 Chainz is always talking about. You know?
Yeah.
How I do all this shit up in the studio.
Yeah. This was around the time that Hey Arnold the movie came out, and he said that after that film, Nick planned 3 things. 1, a new season of Hey Arnold with a more updated storyline that was non-canon to the original series. Scrapped.
Oh, scrapped, okay.
2, a new live-action series with a darker, 1990s style, like Afraid of the Dark, about kids living in a cul-de-sac. Scrapped.
Man, Afraid of the Dark was such a dark show. I mean, it was almost as dark as Goosebumps.
Note, this is Ed, and Eddie. The creator Dan Antonucci originally went to Nick with the show, even though the Hey Arnold movie came out in 2002, and Ed, and Eddie came out in 1999. 3, a TV movie based upon the scrapped live-action series. So obviously they scrapped the movie too.
No, the one right before. They were doing the whole model of hit the ground with both a show and a movie at the same time.
Wait, let me get this right. They made a movie based on a show that hadn't even been produced yet.
Correct.
They completely finished the movie based on the show that hadn't even gotten to storyboards yet, and then scrapped the series and like what?
Yeah,
exactly.
And everyone's like, "Oh man, I'd love to go see a movie. What movies are out? Oh, it's some movie based on a show that's not out yet.
A show that doesn't exist."
Now, when the 2 shows were scrapped, the movie remained for some reason. They wanted to go back to the 90s.
They wanted to go back into the 90s.
Would have succeeded. Guys, they wanted to go back to the 90s with this film and would have succeeded. Apparently, part of the movie-making process was building a time machine. Who knew? He told me about them hiring writers of dark-themed kiddie shows to write the film, titled Grimland.
Writers of dark-themed kiddie shows?
What's the Teletubbies?
Who puts that in their resume? Like, hi, I write dark-themed kiddie show. Would you please hire me?
Yeah. Upon explanation, there was a dispute between several of the writers, leading to their execution from the project.
Yeah, literally, they died. They killed them.
Yeah. He said he actually got a chance to see what the production was like. Who's he in this context? Dan Antonucci?
Yeah.
No, way earlier, a buddy of mine.
Oh, the guy from, a year ago we were talking about.
Yeah, 2 Chainz.
I recorded some conversations because his state of being seemed to get worse since he first mentioned it to me.
That is a sentence.
And this is where his friend starts talking, and for some reason they just put a quote at the beginning, and then he just starts narrating.
Yeah. What Grimland was about is the 1990s and the scary shit on TV at that time.
Oh, goosebumps! Scary shit!
I opposed to the idea of the Hey Arnold series idea because their plan was to have the characters in more adult themes.
I don't really know how that's a sentence.
Dude,
I opposed to the idea of the Hey Arnold series idea because their plan was to have the characters in more adult themes.
The sentence isn't done yet, man. There's an ellipsis.
Oh god, more sentence to come.
Yeah.
Well, Arnold's grandparents were to have died after the film, leading Arnold to problems in his life.
That didn't help.
2 problems in his life?
problems.
Is that like trauma at the
Apparently,
crime
after his
scene?
grandparents died, he just had no idea what to do.
Wait a minute,
Dude,
guys.
man.
This is just small potato. This is just small potatoes compared to what's coming up next.
Yep.
Yeah.
Helga becomes obsessed with Arnold to the point where, in the opener, she is seen being heavily pregnant with Arnold's child.
Whoa, did he have any say in
Heavily
this?
pregnant?
Man, I once became so obsessed with somebody I had their penis. I don't know how. It doesn't. See a baby with a football-shaped head in a sonograph. Where at the end of season 1, she was to have the baby.
Period. Parentheses. Comma.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that's an emoticon, guys.
What is it of?
I don't know, man.
That's her
One
being
eye.
obsessed with her baby.
One eye, smiley face, and then like a goatee over to the right.
Wow.
Now this is supposed to be considered a type of gag, where Helga would actually be into the pregnancy to enjoy every moment, rubbing it in his face every time and trying to force him to marry her for the sake of the baby, to which he refuses. Isn't he
To
like...
which he refuses. What was any of that? How is that a gag?
I'm starting to wonder
Dude,
why
are you
I'm
telling me
doing
this is the funniest thing I've ever heard?
Where. Helga's pregnant. She's enjoying it because women can't enjoy pregnancy.
Dude, women hate babies. Fun fact, guys. Women cannot stand babies.
She cradles her belly and rubs it, stalks him profusely unlike the locket with a picture of him like in the original series.
Was she
Stop.
stalking a locket?
No,
she
she stalks him.
Unlike
Unlike the locket in the original series,
which
there was
kept running away.
Yeah.
Right, there was a locket, sentient, ran away from him. She's doing the opposite of that.
Well,
by stalking him.
Sometimes you just gotta run away.
Yeah, especially when you're a locket of a person. I don't know what that sentence was supposed to say.
At one point, she was going to have said, according to the script, "Due to your careless actions, I now have a piece of you inside of me."
Oh no!
Dude,
God
got his
forbid
dick in
she
her
say that
vagina.
extremely normal line.
Dude, no, she's just got his dick in her vagina. She clamped it off.
Oh,
She's got a piece
wow!
of it inside
Oh
of her.
my!
Joe was to have joined a gang, which results in severe activity and shootings in the show.
Just activity.
Severe activity,
He goes for a jog, goes
Man.
to the YMCA.
but very severely.
Yeah.
Severe activity.
The series was never meant to be for children due not only to the changes of characters, the obsessiveness of Helga, especially her pregnancy, but the fact that there was more adult themes to the show as well, including indications of Mr. Simmons being homosexual, the school psychopath actually killing animals, lesbianism, sexual intercourse. She killed lesbianism and sexual intercourse.
She killed him.
Lesbianism.
She
and
killed
so many
lesbians.
others.
Yeah.
Why is this person's like homosexual lesbianism? Why is this even important?
I'm glad the X6 never put it on the air.
You know what? When your school like elects a school psychopath, that's already a bad sign.
Yeah.
I mean, you need to have those.
And how is this how are they grown up if they're still in school?
Voted most likely to murder animals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
voted-
voted most likely to actually kill animals, lesbianism, and sexual intercourse.
And so many others.
Yeah.
And so many others.
Well, I mean,
He's
you
not
know,
killing our moral values, he's just killing values.
He's killing concepts, really.
well, you know, you and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's
Yeah,
kill
like
everybody
we
on the
kill-
Discovery Channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After a small while, I got curious. Apparently, I was bored before then. Didn't care. I asked him about the second show, so you didn't get curious about what he was saying, you just got curious about something else.
He really wasn't listening.
Yeah.
And he said that...
Nothing came of it. Well, that's a lie. They converted it into a movie. This intrigued me. I asked him if it was ever aired. What?
You forgot to put the
No, now it's me talking. Fuck no! I mean, it was shot, edited, and everything, but there is a fucking great reason it was never aired, apparently.
talking
Quote.
now? I'm so confused.
He missed a quote somewhere in there, and it
It's
got inverted.
backwards.
But we'll just continue.
Yeah, yeah.
It's past
As is-
backwards, man.
As it's supposed to be.
And explanation of the reason made it clear to me that some freaky shit was happening.
And
Some
ex-
But of
weird-
course he's not going to tell us because the next sentence reads, I noticed that he wasn't looking too hot, so I told him to get some sleep.
It made it clear to me that some freaky shenanigans were going down.
Yeah, that was some weird shit, man. And then, like, the next sentence is just, alright, I'll tell him to go to bed. And then, look, I got an email from him recently. I've decided to include it in this. It's relevant.
Okay.
It's relevant, what? Also,
and
did he go to sleep
explanation?
for a long time? Like, did you have...
Dude,
Hey,
he
man.
went
He's
to
like,
bed
oh, man,
and
get
he
some
never
sleep.
woke
And then,
up.
like, he just... left.
Some days you
and
just
never
gotta.
saw him again.
Sometimes you just have to hibernate, bro.
Yes, he hibernated, and when he woke up, he emailed.
Man, you don't look so hot. Better go hibernate for winter.
Hey man.
All right. In the spring, he got an email.
Hey man, I didn't get an inch of sleep yesterday. All those memories stored to sleep into my dreams. I want to make things clear that yes, I'll tell you everything I can tell you, but there has to be a point where shit ends, man. Talk to you later, dude.
That's not a sentence.
I go try and get some sleep.
So you woke up to tell him
then
you couldn't sleep.
That quote ends, and then another quote begins, but it's also him.
Okay, what can I tell you about Grimland? Well, first was the writing staff. All were ex-kiddie show hosts known for darker-themed kiddie shows, like Blue's Clues. I was fucking dark, man. Which is odd for a network like that to hire about 10 or 11 of them for one movie. Wow.
What are you talking
multiple
about?
Writers
That's
for
just how they write movies.
Wait,
yeah, most movies are written.
He's just surprised that they actually hired anyone for movies. You know, most of the time the directorial staff just writes it.
I don't know what the ideas that they had.
Oh, good. No period. That's just a sentence.
Yeah.
No verb needed.
Well, this is you.
Oh. What were the ideas?
Well, let's see. First, the opening was completely freaky-deaky.
With that voice.
So serious.
Freaky
It was
man.
completely-
Never mind. This kid is a 90s kid.
I'm just a serious 90s kid from the gloomy town of London.
Yeah.
We began with two kids on a moonlit fall night, heavy fog and all, running through the streets of their town. One falls down and begs for his friend to help him.
Wait,
Oh
was
my
the
god, I
fog
fell.
running
Please
through?
help
Wait,
me.
listen. Fall night, heavy fog, and all running through the streets of their town.
It is
Was
London.
the fog running, or were the kids?
Yeah.
Which one? I'm confused.
The fog.
Everyone.
Oh, fog and all.
Yeah, fog
all the
and
kids and the fog.
Yeah, they're both running.
There's a shot with a fucker getting dragged off, screaming nonetheless, as his body took too long to contemplate helping him.
What a crazy sentence. Oh, why is he talking like this now?
Wait a minute.
Screaming nonetheless? What does that mean?
Dude,
Wait a
man,
minute.
he's getting
His
dragged
buddy-
off, and he's screaming even though he's getting dragged off. Like he
Wait,
just
guys.
Even though he's getting dragged off.
Guys, his buddy took too long to contemplate helping him. You know what this
Right,
makes
like his buddy's not even like.
Well, you know what it
buddy's
makes me think
not
of?
taking too long to get there. His buddy's taking too long to begin contemplating.
Well, no, you know what it makes me think
oh
of?
man, maybe I should help. Oh wait, where'd he go?
No, you know what it makes me think of?
What?
That Phil Collins song. You know? And I saw,
I don't know.
he's just like, he's watching him drown, and he's just like,
Yeah, this is drowning.
You know, heavy tearing of assholes, flesh, was heard, and the screams stopped, like someone was eating him alive almost.
Almost.
The kid
Almost
takes
eat
off
him
and the
alive.
title comes up.
Well,
What
he
the fuck
died
was
before
that?
he could eat him alive, so he almost ate him alive.
Seriously, what the fuck was that?
What was it?
I don't know.
And then I think.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know. That's still you. Now there's no end quote here, but you just keep going. Yeah.
well, when they used that opening sequence, but the script's somewhat different.
Good sentence.
One featured a main character being a 13-year-old with an abusive father. Another is a 16-year-old loner with no family
No,
whatsoever.
you're saying that wrong.
Okay,
It's
hold on. So there were two scripts, and they featured completely different main characters with different backstories.
Yeah.
just like movies.
How is this? I mean, these aren't even two scripts for the same movie. These are just two different scripts.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the
I mean,
movie
like-
featured
That actually
two
does
scripts.
happen. That actually does
No, I
happen
mean, like,
sometimes.
how did they get to shooting this? How did they get to shooting the
stage?
the shooting stage without finalizing like a who's a main character?
Well,
No, dude,
maybe
the
they
movie
just decided
featured
to
two
film.
scripts, you know.
Maybe they just decided to film a test scene to see if the one script would work better. I don't know.
And the test scene they went with was two kids on a moonlit night, heavy fog and all, running through the streets of their town.
Yeah.
And then one of them gets dragged off, screaming nonetheless.
Yeah.
Screaming.
I can feel
His
it
friend took too
coming.
long contemplating, man.
Well, I don't know. Now, there was a conflict, but some had some good pointers and ideas. And stuff got weird. Like how they explained what the fog shit was, but they never got far into it. Well, there was
What?
There were some fights, a couple of fought yous thrown about, resulting in the execution of about 3.
Yeah, they
Three
just
who?
Jesus
they just
Christ,
shot
they
him
let
right
out
then
to
and there, dude.
chop
They came
people.
up.
No man, they just whipped out like a proper like British saber and just like beheaded them. Now the rest, in the quote unquote memory of the fallen writers, used some characters.
Okay, pause. Pause. I keep stopping you, but pause. If we take out that parenthetical in the middle of the sentence reads, the rest used some characters. Wow!
And it says...
Next, the writers will have scenes!
It says fallen writers. Like, the writers really did get murdered.
They executed.
I think that's seriously what the story's saying. It's seriously saying that.
He's seriously
Why?
saying that. Because, dude, it's a dog-eat-dog
Shut up.
world.
Because it's good.
Nickelodeon got so mad at the fact... Their execs got so mad at the fact that they had 2 working scripts at the time that they killed 3 writers.
I would.
Man, it's a
They got mad at the fact there were a couple
world.
fuck yous thrown
Well,
out.
don't worry, because Stephen King's It explained that the 13-year-old's father sexually abused her as a kid, to which she turned to witchcraft.
To which she turned to witchcraft.
To which she turned to
witch is
sandwich witchcraft.
The loner was to have gotten one of the characters, the witch girl in fact, pregnant through rape in a later scene, resulting in him getting his brain splattered and forced suicide.
What the fuck does that mean?
Forced
Resulting
suicide?
in him getting his brain splattered in forced
How do you have a
suicide.
forced
This is the
suicide?
most passive sentence I've ever heard in my entire life.
All right,
Don't worry about
what's
it,
a
man.
forced suicide? Isn't that murder? It's not
No.
suicide.
I think a forced suicide would be where, like, I'll
you-
kill you if you don't kill yourself.
No, like you
I
give
guess?
you give somebody a gun and you force them to shoot themselves rather than you doing the shooting.
that's called murder.
Okay, that's the most, like I said, the most passive sentence I've ever heard.
All kinds of blood, gore, mutilation, like fucking sadism shit all over the place. And the goddamn execs allowed this shit.
After a while, I told him he should stop and change the subject.
Why?
Because I wasn't paying
You
attention.
asked him about this.
Well,
Because
anyway,
I wasn't paying attention, okay?
and
He
then-
said, and I swear I thought that I got it on tape. He said that.
They wanted to fucking kill the kids.
Well, I don't
I
blame him.
swear I thought I got it on tape.
The
But I apparently didn't.
the 4 things that weren't seen in the opening were cannibals hypnotized by that fucking bitch.
Alright, stop again. If the fog
God damn it.
things weren't seen in the opening, then how the fuck do we know what they are? Also, if the fog things were cannibals, then they ate other fog things.
Yeah,
they didn't eat humans.
No,
So
no.
that's not scary.
Well, no, I think what it's saying is the fog things, like they like we see that there's creatures in the fog, but you don't know what they are. But
No,
it
we
turns
don't.
out if
You
you read
didn't
the,
say that. Oh, dude,
No,
that explains
like-
the fog running.
well, no,
Yeah.
God damn it. Well, like what they're saying is like there's things in the fog and you don't know what they are, but if you read the script, it turns out they were just cannibals who were hypnotized.
Just cannibals?
Wait a minute.
So
wait a minute.
cannibals who have fog clinging to their bodies.
Wait a goddamn second.
One.
No.
Okay.
They're cannibals who were hypnotized by a woman. Wait a
That
minute.
fucking bitch.
No,
Who
wait,
is
this
that
is-
fucking bitch.
Shut up. This is just the plot to the what the hell is the movie?
The
Oh.
Incredibles 2.
The incredibly strange creatures who stopped living and became mixed
Oh
up
my
zombies.
God.
Remember?
It
That's the
is.
exact plot. Like that woman hypnotizes
right.
everybody and turns them into cannibals.
Weird.
This is just the fucking script to the incredibly strange creatures who stopped living and became mixed up zombies.
And this guy is...
Dude, that was such a
Shocked by
90s
this.
movie, am I right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was so dark.
Hashtag wish I could go back
Hashtag making a movie so that I can go back
in time.
in time.
They were described in graphic detail. Every scene, every character, everything. And it still haunts me when the shooting began.
Bang, bang!
Well, when the shooting began,
Motherfucker's gonna drop.
when the shooting began, they casted the roles perfectly.
Wait, so is he now complaining that the casting agent did too good a job?
No, he's saying that like it's amazing how perfect it was. The opening scene was short, and the shooting went deep into the near end in November.
What a weird way to phrase
The
that!
very end.
Production was a horror show. I mean, graphic shit. But you want to know what was the freakiest? They shot a scene where a witch girl, age 6, is supposed to watch her father strip naked and molest her.
So,
Which
wait,
one's
the,
molesting who?
The
witch girl's
13-year-old
molesting?
became hold on, the 13-year-old became 6 all of a sudden.
but she was a witch still.
Yeah, which still.
And, I guess he put up a mirror and made, I don't know.
They basically shot a kiddie porn scene for a Nickelodeon film. X6 heard and they immediately
Sentence of
said
the
that
year.
it wasn't to be used. I like this. The executives just said it wasn't to be used. They didn't call the police.
Yeah,
They just said...
they didn't have any problem with any of the other stuff or didn't cancel the project or anything.
Well, no, they didn't call the police. They just said, leave that on the cutting room floor.
Yeah, leave
Yeah,
it.
leave it on the cutting
We'll
room
put it
floor.
in the extended version.
Yeah, yeah.
it in the
That can
uncut
go on the
version.
bonus stuff DVD or whatever.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
uncut
the-
version.
This pissed off the director and he wanted revenge. He had them shoot some graphic shit, man, that this described what I thought were worse. When they were seeing it was so fucking horrifying, I actually threw up. I quit and left the fucking place.
Oh, that's when you quit.
Oh,
not when you had a problem with it from the very beginning.
Not the child porn. The other stuff made you quit. Okay, sure.
That was about a couple months ago. When I asked him about the footage, he said...
Alright, wait, I'm gonna make everybody pause this time. I like how it's become, like, actually sort of a common thing in, like, creepypasta. If you want to be shocking, like, you'll just add molestation. Because people are so desensitized to, like, murder of, like...
Oh, no, murder, it's so boring
like,
now.
There's so much...
You just gotta get everybody raped, apparently.
Well, yeah, because...
Apparently rape is just an okay thing to throw in your stories willy-nilly, no sensitivity about the subject at all.
Exactly, like, that's what people do, because people have been so desensitized, because there's so many, like, movies and TV shows and about killers and stuff, that, like, people think that that's the only thing they can do to be shocking anymore. Notice I say shocking, not actually scary. They don't want to be scary.
And it's not working, because this person's, like... grammar is so fucking bad.
Although it's not...
like, half the sentences don't make any sense.
Although it's not quite...
there was fog running through the...
Yeah, when we're running fucking
Cannibal
laps
fog
around
things.
your stupid idea.
Alright, it's probably in the archive somewhere. God rest his souls.
God rest the archives.
Who's their souls?
God save the queen. God save the queen.
But one thing he remembers is the forced suicide scene. That scene he knows was never staged.
So it wasn't in the script?
No, it was never staged. They actually got an actor to commit suicide. I asked the Nick Studios about this film, and they basically said...
Man, fuck off.
My friend killed himself. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me just say this the way that he kind of throws it out there.
Kill yourself, dummy.
My friend killed himself. His note stating that his dreams were getting worse and worse, and sleep is becoming less and less. Less and less what?
Less and less good.
Less and less, period.
He
couldn't handle things anymore, and he said he loved his mom. He hung himself in his backyard from a tree. In his memory, I want to find that movie. Whatever curse he subdued and awoke subdued?
Wait, what curse?
Yeah, he subdued the curse.
What? Seems to have gotten to me. I'm determined to find the film, if it takes me to my grave.
All right.
He tripped and died the next
day.
day. I miss him already.
Hey, I'm thinking we ought to like send this video to Cleric of Madness and be like, hey, bro, we recorded this, but could you delete this story?
Yeah. And the worst part, I think, for me, is the fact that the community seems pretty torn on the story.
Dude, man,
look at this top comment.
The Hey Arnold part, too freakish.
Right, well,
yeah, too freakish,
well, let me say this. Like, the funny thing about the Creepypasta wiki is that all the staff is like awesome and they delete shitty stories, but all the readers are like idiots who like everything.
Not everyone. I see hardingphillygmail.com. Never mind, that's a really stupid name. Disgusting pasta, 4 out of 10.
Well, like,
and Ben5 said this is fucking tasteless.
And
yeah,
and then look, and apparently this guy who is playing me said, "You fucking what, chat?"
Yeah.
Well,
oh my god.
Right, well,
Jerbear16.
Alright, well,
no, here's what I want to know about Harry Pease. What gave it the extra 0.8?
Well, let me say, like,
yeah,
when I say all the readers, I mean, like, for the most part, like, people in here are way too, like, nice.
Guys, Jerbear16 is way too nice. I really like how professional it is. It makes me feel like I'm actually talking to the narrator. Nice job. No! Bad job! This story blew.
Dude, man, what can I say? 7.8 out of 10.
What will I say?
Oh, actually, the funny thing about the readers is even when they are negative, they still give a high rating. They'll be like, "This story was the worst piece of shit I ever read." Like 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Well, no, this sucked. 0 out of 10.
It was quite grotesque. More detail would be better. But still good. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 is 2 points away from perfect.
Yeah.
No, I'm at 7.8 out of 10.
0_0. It's a good thing I don't have nightmares after reading these things. 2 periods. Somehow.
I think that's actually a pretty good note to end on.
Yeah. I'm really glad I don't get nightmares after reading these things.
I just want to say one thing. Someone pointed out about Hey Arnold coming out in 2002, and the other person, when Ed and Eddie came out in 2009.
Yeah.
And someone had an explanation. The ideas might not have been suggested at the same time. That makes everything better. Now we can't.
Now the whole story makes sense.
Oh, now we know who wrote the story. Chessmaster 00.
Yeah.
Well, that was terrible.
Yep.
Thanks for watching.